Trixie Golden Witch says, don't watch it. Watch your back instead. All right, I won't watch. Well, then why?
There it is. Vito's getting himself some comics sold. Vito, what's
Two comics sold. Two comics.
I want to see those copies, Cole.
Two comics.
So Vito, what? What's the bit here, Vito? Run me through this bit.
I mean, obviously, I want to watch the video. I mean, I don't want to watch it because it's cringe, but I mean, Trixie is a fascinating individual.
So you want to watch the video? You're obviously interested in it.
I don't want the video to exist.
Not from like an interest, but like, oh, this is going to be cringe. This is going to be good. Funny, hilarious. The chat will like it, right? That's clearly what you want to do. So then don't act like you don't want to do it, and don't act like you're surprised that Trixie's mad at you. You should, again, just with your chest, be like, I want to watch this. This is silly. This is funny. Who cares if Trixie's mad at me?
I wasn't thinking that far ahead. I was like, Trixie probably knows it. I assumed if the link was going around, Trixie probably knew it was out there.
Also, I'm a little uncomfortable with you watching my stream while you're in the shower.
It's bathtub Vito.
Where the hell is Vito? In the bathtub.
This is a variant of Vito. This is bathtub Vito.
So you were saying earlier in the chat that you did not call Sean over. I was told, and again,
I'm not here to talk about that. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm not here to talk about that.
You're not going to talk about that.
No, I wanted to talk about Trixie.
So you friends with Trixie? Do you consider Trixie a friend?
I don't know. Probably not. I assume. I don't know. The last time I talked to Trixie, she seemed upset and gave me a lecture, and then that was the last time I think I interacted with Trixie. But I don't hate Trixie. I assume she doesn't like me.
Vito looks like the bouncing heads from Spirited Away. Yeah, the big little.
Thank you.
Thank you, Balder. You're right. You're correct. And Vito,
here's what I thought. I figured if some guy on Discord is sending me a link to this video, it must already be out there. Because why? I don't know. I just assumed it was something. I thought it was old. I didn't look at the date on it or anything. I'm like, oh, this must be something people know about or something. So if I broke the fucking video, okay. But Trixie, don't make this video. Why did you make this? I don't get it. I would never make this. Even if I had a butterfly server for the babies, I'd have like maybe a text document or something that I don't have to, have a video of me talking about it. I don't get it.
Trixie versus Vito rap battle.
Trixie, I could hold my own. The problem is I would be really mean. That's the other thing is I don't want to be mean to these people. I really don't.
Shout out to you.
There are some horrible things that can be said about Trixie, and I don't want to say it.
What would you even allude? See, this is where people have a problem with you, Vito. And
what do you mean allude to? Have you seen the video where she goes on the Dick Show and goes, "My favorite thing is lolicon," whatever it is.
I haven't actually, Vito. I know nothing of Trixie beyond when I met Trixie.
Okay. I will tell. There's a video where Trixie went on the Dick Show, and Dick said, "So, like, what are you in?" And I'm going to be very clear. I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly what was said, but it was basically, "I enjoy lolicon. I like anime of little girls getting fucked." That was the basic extent of it.
I'm pretty sure that recently, in the recent past, Trixie put up a video explaining that and saying that they do not like that stuff.
I don't think I like. I don't know if they do or don't. And frankly, if it's drawings, I'm not losing sleep over it. Leave the kids alone. But I don't care about little anime bullshit. It's gross. But
leave the drawings alone. Vito bitching about why did Trixie make this video as he ignored me after telling him not to play it. Lol, says Boulder.
I got a whole bunch of people in the chat, Boulder. You're one of many people. If you had super chatted saying don't play it, well, that would have been different.
But he's the main one. But also, so what I was saying, Vito, you do this thing where you're like, oh, I could say all these mean things about Trixie because Trixie has all these horrible videos.
No, I could say one mean thing about Trixie, which is they've said I want little girl anime porn. There.
Focus. You're like Scar. You're getting unfocused. Okay, focus.
But I'm not alluding to it. It's literally
Vito. You literally alluded to it. You said I could say things about Trixie.
Guys,
because there's a bad thing in Trixie.
If you ask anybody on the internet who Digibro is, they're going to go, it's that anime reviewer who one time said they look at little girl anime porn and it's their favorite thing. It's like a famous clip.
Vito, pay attention. I know you don't like to pay attention, but pay attention. If you say, I could be mean to Trixie and say Trixie made a video praising Lolicon, that's you saying the thing. You going, I could be mean to Trixie because there's things that Trixie has done that I could talk about. That's you alluding to something. Do you understand the difference? You do this a lot where you allude to things. You're like, Tony. I could be mean to Tony.
Tony, shut the fuck up. Don't you think it's nicer for me to say?
No, it's not, because you're putting things into people's heads. Because people go, well, what is it that Vito's talking about? That gets people interested into trying to find out what it is you're alluding to.
Okay, so it's better I say they're into kid fucking porn. That's better than saying, they've done some stuff I don't want to talk about. Yeah, because it's better to just say they said they're into kid fucking anime porn.
It's called I got balls and I'm willing to say the thing and not be pussy.
No, that's being polite. It's me saying, hey, I know there's
not polite. No one thinks
it's polite. It's polite. There's some nasty things that are said about Trixie. I don't need to drag them up. And I think
I can say things about black people, like, all the things.
You say things about black people all the time, so bad metaphor anyway.
See, Hack the Movies gets it. You can just say nothing.
I open my phone half the time, and there's a text message from Tony who said, you see what these N-words are up to this week? And I go, Tony, that is inexcusable. Send me the video.
Trio Duck says, Tony, how can you say Trixie doesn't like that when he role plays as a baby in a fetish Discord? I didn't say nothing about anything. I just said, don't make an illusion. Speak with your chest. If you're going to say something, say it. Scar, I told you you're not coming back in.
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb?
I don't even know what Tony from Hack the Movies is. Don't say anything. Okay. I got a video in front of me where a grown adult is talking in a baby voice about the rule of 2 for babies. And let's be clear, everything else that goes on, if Vito sneezes, we have 1 million live streams about it.
No, you don't, Vito. How many live streams are about this one? I'm the only one streaming about this. No one else gives a fuck.
I'm the center of attention. Everyone needs the latest Vito news. They need to know what's going on. Okay. Trixie makes a video saying goo goo gaga, and I can't say, well, that's kind of weird. Like that's it. I didn't dig into it. I didn't devote like a fucking hour to it. I said, Trixie, what a character.
Balder said, I super chatted you, Vito, and you read it. He super chatted you not to watch the video, and you read it.
Well, you probably didn't super chat enough.
DI rules.
I don't care. Do your goo goo gaga. I don't care. Do it. I did that. It doesn't bother me. It's funny. Okay.
Turn it off and say no comment. It's so easy.
Okay. Yeah, you're right, Tony. Let's turn it off. I agree.
No.
Turn off the video.
When he's saying when you have these
no, you're right.
I don't care.
Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. Let's turn it off. It's over.
I'm going to talk about it. You can choose not.
Why do you want to talk about it? This is clearly hurtful and mean-spirited bullying.
Have you seen my show? All I do is be hurtful and mean to people.
Well, then I guess Tony from Hack the Movies is giving you advice as well.
No, I didn't ask if I should do this. I know I shouldn't, and I'm going to do it anyway. I'm an asshole. I think I'm the same way, Tony. I think we're but you pretend that you're not. At least lean into it. Like, yes, I'm going to do this. I don't care.
Because when I say, because I don't want the video to exist. When I go, I don't want it to be. I don't want this video to exist. I wish you hadn't have made this video.
That's it. I'm showing up to his house now too. Damn it.
That's fine. Stay on the sidewalk and you're fine. Just stay on the side.
Hamilton says Vito's trying to piggity jiggity to avoid responsibility.
Responsibility for what? I didn't make the fucking video. I just watched it. We watched videos. You're watching the video right now on Frog Tony's channel. No one's telling him to turn it the fuck off.
I know you love sugar, but I ain't got none.
Robco guy says the chat demands a Bluey statement. Yeah, why the fuck do you have a Bluey shirt?
Yo,
You're a grown fucking man.
Shut the fuck up. First of all, Bluey is a cross-generational sensation. And second of all, Woot just had their summer sale and t-shirts were like $8.
Did you not think like maybe I should change my shirt before I go outside and obviously get on camera?
No, I specifically put on the Bluey shirt knowing there would be a camera.
You guys
are. Let's be real. I'm up here on a level of content. You guys are like, why would he wear a Bluey shirt? Doesn't he know he's going to look ridiculous in a blue? Yes. It's the bit. I don't know why I got to explain the bit? I got to every time. You guys ruin so many bits making me explain the bit.
Cosmic says across what generations? Children and chomos?
Everybody likes Bluey. If you don't like Bluey, you're a pedophile. That's it.
You should do more bathtub streams. I think this would enhance your content.
It's funny you say that because I've thought about it. I think Vito the Bathtub Gamer might need to be a recurring series. I love the bath.
Sell your bath water.
I got one somewhere.
Schizo Sean says, you really showed us by wearing a stained Bluey shirt. Lamau.
I'm stained because I've been working out because I'm going to lose all this weight and destroy Frog Tony.
Don't forget, $100, September 1st.
It's on the line. Hey, man, if you win it, you deserve it. I believe in you. We got to push each other.
I've been trying to push.
This camera does not do me any. This wide angle lens does not do me any favors, guys. I'm actually much skinnier.
Yeah. It's the camera that's making you look fat. It's not the fat.
I mean, clearly it is. Clearly it is. Anyway, Tony, I agree with Hack the Movies. I think you got to stop. You got to take this video down.
Has Vito considered doing bathtub streams with his head under the water? So.
I get the joke. I'm not laughing. I get it.
You should get like a little tray that's in your tub with you, and you put your laptop on that, and you can play the games right there.
See, I looked into what one of those bathroom TVs costs. It's like they make them. They're very expensive.
Hashtag Thin Vito. As a new fan, you not as big as everyone says.
I get mixed messages. I thought I looked pretty fat in those pictures today, but then I see other people go, "Oh, Vito's not as fat as I thought." I have a weird body shape. I'll say that.
You do. I thought you were shorter, and then when I met you, I was like, "Wow, Vito's taller than I thought he was going to be."
It's really hard to. When you see a picture of me, it's like confounding. My body's an enigma, like Trixie's.
Hamilton says, "I'm not fat. I can fit into bathtubs." Vito.
I'm the master of the tub.
Vito's garage is undefended right now. Says,
Very true.
You don't do that, Sean. The last thing I want to see is Vito getting out of the bathtub to run to protect his garbages, and then we flash Vito's dick on the stream.
Well,
one Tony had seen a naked Vito, okay? One Tony saw Vito's sausage. Two Tonys don't need to, okay?
I'm a very magnanimous man. The cops, I will say this, the cops were like, "Hey, listen, this is a real bad guy. This Sean guy, he's a real bad guy." They said that. They were like, we're gonna get him. We're gonna put him away, and we're not even gonna tell the judge he's there, and we're gonna sodomize him for a week." And I said, and they said, "All we need is for you to sign this this trespass documentation." And I said, "Guys, look, I think Sean was a little confused. Didn't understand the boundaries of the bit. You got to stay on the sidewalk." So I said, "Sean, as long as you agree to stay on the sidewalk, I don't need to sign a trespass order. I don't want you to be violently raped and sodomized by the LAPD, which would have happened if I hadn't stopped it." That was me as a magnanimous, gracious individual.
Usually you're causing the rapes and not stopping them. So that's
No. Well, yeah, it was within. If I wanted to sentence him to rape, I could have.
Johnny Rocket says you're lying, though.
I'm like the emperor. Okay, thumbs up, thumbs down. I said, let this Sonny shut the fuck up. I'm monologuing. I said, let
Sean
this.
On your property when you came outside.
What?
Was Sean on your property when you came outside?
No.
So then why didn't you stay inside the house?
What? Explain what the question is.
If Sean wasn't on your property, why didn't you stay in your house? It's a real simple question.
Why didn't I stay in my house? I can be outside if I choose to be outside. You're saying if somebody comes to my neighborhood?
In that moment to be outside?
Well, I knew where he was, so I went over to tell him to stay on the sidewalk.
Was he making any indication that he wasn't going to stay on the sidewalk?
I mean, was he making any? I just wanted to let him know to stay on the sidewalk.
So the answer to that question would be no. There was no indication that Sean was going to do anything other than stay on the sidewalk. But you chose to go confront him on public property to tell him to stay away from your property, which he was, by your own admission, nowhere near. Correct?
I told him to stay on the sidewalk.
Okay. So again, you told him to stay on the sidewalk, which he was on. Correct?
He was on the sidewalk, yes.
And he didn't do any indication that he was going to be off of the sidewalk and be on your property, correct?
He didn't give any indication. I don't know what he had planned. I just told him, whatever you're doing, stay on the sidewalk.
Did he give you any indication? Was he running towards your house? Was he walking? Was he inching? Did he do a crawl? Did he do a barrel roll on the floor? And you thought maybe he was going to roll into your property? Was there any indication that he was going to do anything other than the thing that you have repeatedly asked him to do?
Yeah.
So you set a boundary. He followed the boundary, and you still felt the need to go out there and confront him.
Well, what do you mean he followed the boundary?
He was on the public sidewalk, which is what you said, stay on the sidewalk. Previously, you said, I don't care if anyone comes to my house as long as they're on the sidewalk.
Absolutely.
And he was on the sidewalk.
He was on the sidewalk.
And yet you still felt the need to confront him.
Well, I reiterated stay on the sidewalk.
So you felt the need to come out and reiterate to do the thing he was already doing.
Yes.
Why?
I just wanted to make it clear.
Did you think that Sean did not understand your prior statements?
Yes.
What led you to this conclusion?
The fact that he came onto my property.
When did that happen? You just said that he was on the public sidewalk. When was he on your property?
After I told him to stay on the sidewalk, he came onto my property.
After you confronted him is when it escalated to him going onto your property.
So you're saying when I tell someone to do something, I'm then responsible if they do the opposite?
No, that's not what I said. What I said was when you escalated the interaction.
Why is it an escalation? Hold on. Why is it an escalation? What's the escalation?
You went outside and confronted him. We just discussed that.
So I told him, hey, there's no problem. Stay on the sidewalk. That's an escalation.
You went outside to confront him being on public property, to tell him to stay on public property. You don't see how this is annoying to people?
It's annoying that I told him to stay on the sidewalk.
Hey, Vito, stay in that bathtub. Isn't that kind of annoying? You're already in the bathtub. Yeah, I don't need to tell you to stay in the bathtub. But somehow I still felt the need to go out over there and tell you that. That'd annoy you, right?
So your complaint is I was annoying to a guy who came to film content in front of my house.
Which you said he was allowed to do.
Yeah, he's allowed to do it. I can. I can't annoy. But wait. I can't.
You set a boundary. He followed the boundary. You felt the need to confront him over him following your boundaries.
I just reiterated the boundary.
But why did you feel the need to do that?
Because I didn't trust him to respect it.
And what indication did he give you that he would not respect your boundary?
Just my feeling. I just felt like he wouldn't.
You just felt like it was a smart thing to do, to escalate, to get into his face, to cause a problem, and to call the cops.
I didn't get into his face. I just said, please, no, hold on. I didn't call the cops until he came onto the property.
The two of you next to each other on the sidewalk, belly to belly, that's fake.
That's after he had come onto the property, and then when the cops showed up, he went to the cops.
So how did he end up on your property? You were outside. He walked around your fat ass, or through you, or what was the?
Yeah, he shoved his way past me.
So can I bring Sean on to give his side of the argument? Because he's saying no.
I'm not going to talk to Sean, so no.
Ask him about the kiss. Yeah, what's up with that video of you and Sean kissing? What's that about?
I told him not to come on my property. He shoved his way past me, and then I had to call the cops because it became physical.
Hamilton says he was violent. I know because he hit me back after I punched him. Basically.
I didn't punch him. I just told him you can't come onto my property and stood in front of him, and he pushed his way past me.
Did you try to take his phone? I heard that there was a attempt to take his phone.
Yes.
Why would you try to take his phone?
I just figured it was something to do. Why would he come film? Why would he come film on private property?
So first off, we've already said that he wasn't on private property.
No, he was. He came and he was on private property. He was told, you need to get back on the sidewalk, and he pushed his way past me.
Okay.
And at that point, I said, hey, man, you're on private property. He said, I don't think this is private property. I said, well, then I guess I have to call the cops, and they can figure it out.
And then you went inside your house and waited for the cops to show up, right?
No, I stood outside to make sure he didn't touch anything or fuck with anything.
So you walked over to your porch, you sat down, and you looked at him and watched him as he did whatever he did, right?
I followed him as he walked around my building and filmed and continued to try and block him, and he continued to push past me.
Oh, so you continued to try to get in his way. As a police officer would tell you that is the incorrect thing to do, sir.
I don't care.
Again, let's say that you got in front of Sean, he bumped you, and then things escalated and one of you guys got hurt. You wouldn't feel any responsibility for this?
No.
A judge might disagree with you on that, especially in California.
We can take it to court at any point. If somebody would like to file a grievance, let's go to court.
Vito is content king. It's all staged. Am I being played, Vito? Is this all a 4D chess between you and Sean?
No, just stay off my property and there's no issue. Stay on the sidewalk.
Well, there wasn't an issue. He was on the sidewalk, and then you made it an issue when you went out to
and so that can, so me saying stay on the sidewalk, now it's an issue, and he can start pushing his way onto my property.
When you said stay on the sidewalk, you were inside your house on the biggest problem, going stay inside the sidewalk and don't go onto my property. He
communicated to me that his intention was to stand in front of my house, which is private property. He said that to me.
Your house is private property on the sidewalk.
No, not on the sidewalk. He intended to come up the driveway and stand directly in front of my front door. I told him that's private property. You can't do that. I need you to stay on the sidewalk.
Okay, so let me see if I understand this. You have a no trespassing sign in front of your house that clearly says nobody's allowed on this property.
No, I give verbal warnings.
No. Okay. So you have a written police document that says that anyone who you give a verbal warning for, they can't come onto your property.
If I, as the renter, give you a verbal warning that I am going to trespass you, that's a warning. If you continue to stay on the property, then you are trespassing.
You can't. Okay, you can't give someone a verbal warning that you're going to trespass them for something they have not done yet.
Right.
You understand that, right? They have to trespass before you can warn them not to trespass, or have a sign that says no trespassing.
First of all, I can say this is private property. If you come on, I can say, okay, I can say to somebody who's on the sidewalk, they have their camera, they're getting ready to film something. I can go, listen, this here is private property. Whatever you're filming needs to occur on the sidewalk.
So you're saying Sean tried to kill you?
No, he didn't try to kill me. He actually kept apologizing in this weird way, where he's like, I felt bad for him.
And you still called the cops on him?
Well, he refused to leave, and I didn't know how else to get him to leave.
Do you call the cops on your mailman?
No, because the mailman leaves.
So you
If the
think Sean
mailman
was never gonna leave?
stop. If the mailman comes and sits on my porch and starts filming content, I would call the cops.
So he sat on your porch and started filming content, and at that point, you went outside and called the cops on him, right?
Once he pushed his way past me, and I told him this is private property, and he said, I don't think it is. I said,
so Sean got arrested for assault, right?
Hold on. After he pushed his way past me, and I told him this is private property, and he said, I don't think it is. I said, let's call the cops, and we can see what they think.
All right, so when you called the cops and you told them that Sean physically pushed his way past you, they arrested him for assault, right?
I don't believe so.
Because you told the cops that he repeatedly pushed his way physically past you, and they said, yeah, we're not going to arrest him for any sort of assault or battery.
They said, do you want this guy trespass? And they showed me a trespass form, and I said, let me talk to him. And I said, Sean, if you stay on the sidewalk, there's no problem. I don't want you to have a record. This doesn't need to be a court procedure. We don't need any of this. Stay on the sidewalk, and I got no issue. I said, is that okay? He said, yes. I shook his hand, and we were done.
You know, when you trespass somebody, they don't go to jail for trespassing them, right? It's when they come back after you've trespassed them.
I agree, and that's what the cop said. The cop said if he returns, they will return, and he will be arrested.
Sean says, wow, you're so gracious, Vito.
I am gracious. You were going to be brutally raped by the LAPD, and I saved your life. You're welcome.
I'm just confused. Again, when the police get called and you tell them this crazy man has pushed his way past me several times, he's filming content outside my house, they go, oh, you want us to trespass him? They skip over the whole physical assault thing. They just completely ignore it.
I guess so.
Or perhaps that
I didn't elaborate. I didn't say to them, hey, this guy really attacked me. Oh my God, he went crazy. I just said he keeps pushing his way onto my property. I just want him to stay on the sidewalk. I didn't really make a big deal of anything physical.
Elizabeth says he didn't get trespassed, clearly.
He didn't. I didn't file a trespass order. Though the cops have a record of the incident, and if he returns, they'll go, we told you if you come back, you're going to be arrested. So don't come back.
Did they tell him that?
They did. They said it to him right in front of me.
I can't believe that
they said okay. They're like,
a fan of the show. How much money has Sean given you over the past couple of weeks?
No amount of money allows you access to my private property. That's not part of the parasocial relationship that I established with my fans.
Trio Doug says Vito is a generous guy.
I don't want anyone to go to jail. I'm not Eric July.
Tony, for a cop, it's more important to get the robber for jaywalking than the robbery. That's what I'm saying. Like you have trespassing and assault. I think they would go, you know what? Forget the trespassing. The man has clearly assaulted you. Do you want us to go?
Well, Tony, I'm going to tell you this. I guarantee there's a police report somewhere, possibly with the San Gabriel Police Department. If you want to follow up with records and find out what was said, maybe you can obtain body camera footage. But I genuinely don't think the interaction was that crazy with the cops. I told them, hey, I just don't want this guy here. And they said, okay, we'll make sure he leaves.
They have a record. It's the use a bitch list, and Vito is on it.
I'm a bitch because guys, we're being goofy. What am I supposed to do? You get to come onto my property, do whatever you want. You can be there for hours and hours. I can ask you to leave, and you can go, I don't want to leave. This is my house now. And I go, okay, I'm going to call the cops so they make you leave. And everybody's going, oh, what? You called the cops? Holy shit! Oh my God!
I
can't believe it.
In your house and just started living there. No.
When am I allowed to call the cops, Tony?
When
how long? Shut up. How long do I got?
No, you asked me a question. When am I allowed to call the cops? When he breaks something.
So until somebody breaks something,
no,
they
not
can.
Somebody.
Shut up.
Somebody that's a fan of the show that you know.
So until he breaks something, let's say he wants to lay down a sleeping bag, take a nap in my driveway, that's fine.
Yeah, just ignore him.
Okay. And let's say he's there for weeks and weeks. He decides he wants to live there in the driveway.
Just ignore him. He'll eventually leave.
What? He'll eventually leave. What if he doesn't?
I guess he just sleeps in your driveway.
So you're telling me someone shows up, decides to sleep in my driveway. They say, I'm going to live here now. I'm going to be here for the next 6 months. Tony's rule would be, well, he hasn't broken anything. Until he breaks something, we can't call the cops, really. We just have to let him be here as long as he wants. That's what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, if a fan of the show
Answer the question.
Over to my house, lay down
Answer
in
the
my driveway,
hypothetical.
I would
Answer
say,
my
every morning I would
hypothetical.
walk past and go,
Answer
"Hey, what's up,
my
Sean?"
hypothetical. Don't introduce a new hypothetical.
I said, "Good morning, Sean. How's it going?" As I go to work,
Tony,
I go, "Hey, Sean,
Tony, a sign of a low IQ is an inability to answer a hypothetical. Can I call the cops?
When
Can I call the cops to have a guy who's been in my driveway for 3 months?
If he sleeps on my lawn, ignore him.
You would ignore him.
You just don't like the.
All right, Tony. Good talking to you. You're in one of your. I gotta be right, so I'm gonna say crazy shit like a homeless guy can live in my fucking yard. I'm never gonna call the cops on anybody.
You're making this hypothetical.
You're being so pedantic.
You're like, oh, what if
I want to be clear.
Having sex
this
with
is
my
not a
friend,
rage quit. There's just a certain point in a conversation where another person is being so retarded and stubborn that continuing with the conversation is pointless. Tony, thank you for having me.
I'm glad you've decided that your part of the conversation is too retarded to continue and that you're going to leave now in shame.
Thank you for having me, Tony.
Anytime.